Hey guys, and welcome back to Cole Family Farms. It's been a while since I've been on here. I've had a lot of medical concerns, just a lot of issues that has kind of kept me from doing videos. I just didn't feel like myself, didn't want to do anything during that time. As y'all know, I had a lot of issues with my left arm. I had a left shoulder scope. And eventually it got to where that it was frozen and I couldn't use it, and I was having lots of depression, anxiety issues over it. Just didn't feel like doing anything. So went to the doctor. Make a long story short, finally went to my surgeon. On Friday he put me back in the hospital, put me to sleep, stretched my shoulder. I am able to use it a lot more. Put some cortisone injections in there while I'm asleep. So I still have to be very careful not to overextend it or overuse it. And I would still have a lot of pain. Today was one of those days. It felt really good. I actually forgot about my shoulder and end up hurting it and injuring it again. Not really what I wanted to do. So gonna try to get back to video making, trying to get back to my old self, making me do what I feel like doing. And I'm still off work. I'm still at home. So we are on the back side of our barn. And on the back side of our barn, it gets extremely mulchy from all the hay that my husband does in here. We've got some old barn wood that's laying on the ground. Well, when I was out here and we were cleaning it up, I started picking up the old barn wood, and I cannot tell you how many hundreds, it looked like thousands of worms just wiggling to get away underneath this area. So a lot of y'all don't know, but I'm really passionate about worms, what worms are good for. And so I've always had a little worm farm. Well, I'm thinking about growing that and making it bigger. So today, with my husband's help, we are going to get out here on the back side of the farm. We're going to do a little makeshift in-ground worm farm opposed to having them in containers. I do have one in container right now inside of the house where I'm just feeding it. But I thought I might improvise and do something a little bit different, because most everybody is growing in containers, and I just want to grow in the ground and make it just as easy and simple as possible. So we're going to go with this method, and we're going to see how this works. Stick with me, and well, let's just see if this is even going to be a successful project. Okay, so this is the back side of our barn. I mean, the ground is just really, really mulchy. I mean, it's really dry. I'm gonna bring some water up and get this ground here really moist. But while I was here and I ended up moving a clot of dirt, here's one of our worms. You can see it's a little wiggly guy. Let's see if I can get it. These are the size of our worms, and literally hundreds, guys. I cannot tell you how many worms that we had. So, like I said, I'm gonna try these in the ground, and I'll show you my setup. Now, I don't have my tripod, but I'm gonna do the best that I can at recording this, and we're just gonna see how it works in the next couple of weeks. Okay, first things first. All right, first things first, we're going to take this ground right here. It's just super dry, but just lots of mulch here. We're going to take the tractor and disturb this area really, really well. And I'll show you what my setup is going to be. Okay guys, when I tell you that there's some big worms here, look how big these are. Those are huge. Here's another. Of course, there's all different sizes, but look at the comparison, kind of a younger juvenile to the adult. I wish that I had a bucket here when I was turning it over, moving the boards the other day. I mean, talking about I could have a worm farm. I mean, I literally could have. So, really trying to get this soil disturbed really well. And so I could get everything in the ground for the worms, and kind of trying to get it dug down deep so that the soil will be really, really loose. Oh, here's another huge big worm. There's another one. There's some baby ones, but we're just gonna leave those in here. Oh, there's one wiggling there. All right, y'all can see how loose that soil is now. This is a container that I had at the house. It's got holes on the bottom also, but I put cardboard on there and I wet it really good just to keep the food from falling out of it when I'm heading out here. So this has got holes all the way around it. I picked this up at a yard sale, not realizing this is what I wanted to use it for. I had another in mind for the bin. Seen a lot of people doing things on YouTube, putting some kind of bins like in their garden to promote worms. So I thought, we got this huge mulchy area back here behind the barn. Like I said earlier, my husband does a lot of hay back here, and this is just super rich soil, super mulchy. Nothing really ever gets done to it except for being bush hogged. So I thought, why not try this method? I had just a lot of leftover vegetable scraps. There's strawberries, corn husks, corn, celery, and I don't know what all I put in here, lettuce. So we're gonna dig a hole. I'm gonna bury this. I'll probably put some cardboard on the top of it, and then I'm gonna lay a rug on it, and then I'm gonna get water and drench the area so it'll be nice and moist. We haven't had much rain, so let's get at it. We're gonna start right about in the middle. Sounds like my husband's coming in. Another couple of worms. Okay, so this is what I've done. I've dug a hole, and now I'm just going to push the dirt right back even with it. And you can see how loose it is. All right, so let's go get some cardboard and put over the top. Okay, so my small little box is there in the earth. I went to the barn and got some old feed sacks. went to the barn and got an old feed sack, and I've just got it ripped open. I just want to put that over the top of it. Picked up a few more pieces of cardboard. Just going to lay above it and below it. Hopefully this will keep it moist. Okay, there it goes, and I'm going to just put the rug over the top of it. Alright guys, so I walked down to the creek and got a bucket of cold spring water, and we're just going to pour all over this, let it soak in, and we'll see how that works. Thank you guys for checking in with me. I had tons of messages. I responded back to each and every one of y'all. It is hot and humid out here. The doctor has suggested that I work with my arm as much as possible. And that makes it possible because I've had those 2 cortisone injections on Friday when they had me under, manipulating my shoulder and stretching it. So, going to try to get some more videos out, all being careful at the same time. We will check in on this project again tomorrow morning, and we'll see if we have any worms early in the morning, see if they've come to it all, and hopefully it's going to be successful. But I thought this is just going to be a little bit different from what everybody else is doing, as they're doing worm farm bins, which eventually I might do, but I also like the in-ground method as well. Thanks a lot, guys. Y'all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again.